Flow. So Flow is aiming to become the go-to place for app development, and this is not crypto apps specifically. It's like consumer apps, and actually, this is potentially what could make them have a really, really good year, because all you need, all Flow really need, is a solid app that tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people use, and people will be aware that Flow is the blockchain that was designed on that. In and of itself can pump it. So I do think this has got potential for a really, really good year, and I'm going to get into that. Now, before I do, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I actually did videos about on the channel. In all of those videos, I showed myself buying these coins. These were coins that I thought were going to do really well. And you can see what each coin was worth when I recorded my videos. You can also see the prices each of these coins hit 16 months on, and what your profits would have been from 100 into each. So if you had done 100 into every single one, you'd have made over 123 grand in that 16 months, which is pretty good. Now, obviously, you don't have 16 months to get everything sorted. We're in a bull cycle right now. If you're sitting on coins that you're not happy with, that aren't performing, you've got rubbish in your portfolio you've got to get rid of. If you're not sure where to start at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. So whenever I'm ready to buy or sell a crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell and the price I'm going to do it at. This means my members copy along exactly, make the exact same profit as me, except they don't have any work to do at all. And if you go onto the site, you can see the profits my members have made. You can read their testimonials about the service they've got at copymycrypto.com. Also, you can see our history, and you can see the successes we've had. It's public record. You can verify it on this channel's history. And if you're interested in the coins I own, you want to find out what they are, how they're performing, all you've got to do to find that out, guys, is join up. So Flow. Now, Flow's chart looks horrific. I mean, granted, it launched in right at the beginning of the bull cycle in 2021, and it did. So as we can see, there's 1.55 billion tokens. And in terms of market cap right now, it's sitting at a very healthy market cap of 1.2 billion, basically. In terms of, why is that doing that? Really? Fine. So it's 88th out of all the cryptos right now. In terms of what it is, so as I said, it's a layer 1 blockchain. It's designed from the ground up for consumer apps and the digital assets that power them. The network runs on a proof of stake consensus mechanism, and they have a goal of solving the blockchain trilemma. Now, anyone that's been in crypto for longer than a couple of years probably knows that phrase. You know, it's talking about scalability, efficiency, and cost. Three things that are quite often, well, certainly two things that have been thrown back at Ethereum very regularly as an issue in terms of scalability and cost. Flow is the token that actually pays for the fees for transactions and storing data. You use Flow for buying, selling, and trading assets on Flow, and it's staked and delegated to secure the network. And they have Cadence. So they use Cadence, which is a purpose-built smart contract programming language that's designed for consumer-grade applications. Now, I do often look at that and go, I don't know why you wouldn't try and open up the programming language to as many developers as possible. Make it, if you can design a blockchain where every possible programming language can be used, you've got way more developers that can jump on board and start developing. Like, that would have been in terms of the programming language, I had to try to make it basically universal. Not that I'm a developer, of course. So their whole thing is consumer focused. So over 45 million people have used the product on Flow, making it the home of consumer Web3. They have got solid brand adoption. They're trusted by some big-ass names: NBA, NFL, Disney, Mattel, and Live Nation / Ticketmaster. These are big, big, big names. It's also home to successful applications like NBA Top Shot, NFL All Day, and Disney Pinnacle. Don't know that. And yeah, really, for them, when we actually take a dive into their ecosystem, which is a bit of a buzzword these days, isn't it? I even hear ecosystem being used in football terms now. It's annoying. So Flow World Tour. So build the next killer app. So the Flow World Tour brings the best developers from around the world together to create the next killer app. So you've got Singapore 2024 was one. You had a sports-based one out in October in San Francisco. November, you had a social one, which was in Chiang Mai, Bangkok for November. And the fact that they keep doing this, keep having these hackathons, these global events where they try and get as many developers as possible is a brilliant idea. Like, you need as many people building as possible. That's always the key. In terms of, again, the people they're working with are big names, man. UFC, Warner Music Group, you got Animoca Brands, NBA, Samsung, Dr. Seuss. And again, they've done a lot of transactions. The network, like the actual blockchain works really, really smoothly. It works really, really well. And while price action has been pretty piss poor, I mean, when we take a look at it, like, there's not really been any significant pump so far this bull cycle. They are well established for working with the biggest brands. Now, really, I think what they need at this point is Explore. So this is all the game, plenty of games that you can play. There's collectibles you can do. There's obviously earn mechanisms that you can use as well. There's shopping as well, so you can do some shopping if you're interested. Connect your flow. You can buy yourself a Rolex if you want. Travis Scott Air Jordans. Who would buy these, man? I really don't get sneaker culture, I gotta be honest, guys. Samsung 2 terabyte SSD. Is that saying 150,000 flow? Who the hell is going to pay 150,000 flow for a 2? That can't be flow, right? Mint price. Okay. I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? They've definitely got something here. I like what they've developed. I think what their job is pretty straightforward at this point, is keep landing massive deals with as many big brands as you can possibly land, and then from there start pushing and actually getting those brands to talk about flow. Because look, they're building on you. Like, there's got to be a symbiotic relationship here. They've got to, they should, or the team behind it should be, not quite demanding, but not far, that, NBA, you built on top of us. Give Flow shout outs. Talk about NBA. When you're talking about NBA Top Shot, shout us out. When Warner Music Group have got something that they're working on Flow, you get them to talk about you. Like, it is now, really what they've already done is pretty spectacular. Their job now is just exposure. They need to just get as many people as possible to be as many big brands to be talking about Flow as possible. It is that simple. You can stake, by the way. So staking returns pretty good. So if you're a Flow holder, that's not too bad at all. As I said, I mean, in terms of accounts, like the numbers are pretty good, man. People are using this regularly. Analytics wise, I think it was 26,000 used it in the last 24 hours. So again, active users wise, pretty good. Accounts created, another nearly half 500 new accounts created in 24 hours. Things look really, really good, but their job is exposure. And the only way they do that is with as many partnerships and deals as possible. But they should be talking to as many of these big companies, UFC, Disney, NBA, NFL. Get them talking about you, because you are about to be in a situation where America has a pro-crypto administration, and you can start leveraging the benefits of that by leveraging your relationships with Disney and etc. If they do that, this can start getting onto big news channels. There can be discussions about Flow, and you can start drawing in investors, because this should have a very real shot of $25. Remember, all-time high was Well, it did very well I've already forgot, but it did very well in the previous bull cycle in that initial run. But and it's done very well in building. It's done very well in partnerships. It's done very well in deals. It's done very well across the board, except in price. And the only way price improves is exposure at this point. You've got to get investors. The only way you get investors is by investors knowing about what's happening. So leverage those relationships. And if we see that, Flow could do well, man. I really think it could get to 20, 25 bucks. But if they don't, then I don't think people are paying attention. I think it's probably going to flounder. Might only be $4 or $5 at best, because it's not getting a listing bounce. It's already on the big exchanges. So yeah, I think there's a big job there. But yeah, I'm curious to hear what people think about this, because Flow, you can see there's tons of accounts, there's tons of active users, there's tons of products on there. There's the marketplace, there's a shop, there's lots of dApps, there's lots of games, there's lots of consumer products. There's a lot to like here, except price. So if you're a Flow holder, what are you hoping you're going to see them do that's going to bring the price action up? Share in the comments, guys. And look, we're in a bull cycle right now, and if you are not happy with the coins you own, get rid of the rubbish in your portfolio. If you're not sure where to start at copymycrypto.com. That is the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. And when I'm ready to buy or sell a crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell and the price I'm going to do it at. So my members can copy along exactly. They make the exact same profit as me, and they don't have any work. And if you go onto the site, you can see what my members have earned. You can see our successes. It's public record. You can verify it on this channel's history. And if you like what you see, you want to find out the coins I'm in, the coins that have been smashing it and outperforming the market, all you got to do to do that is join up on the site. And if you do, wicked, guys, I will see you there. If you don't, no worries. I will see you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye-bye.